Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza Creates. Thanks for joining me today. So I've got these 3 envelopes. These are the freebies over on RachandBella Crafts Ko-fi site, and I downloaded them and printed them off last week. Rach was on holiday, and so she did a video last night, and she did a little flippy flappy thing with lots of things from her blue kit. I don't have that, so I thought I'd have a little play and do something different. And I thought I'd turn the camera on. I've been having trouble with my mirroring software, and I just got it to work, so it's just like you just do it until because it might go. So I just made them up. I cut these in my scan and cut, so they do have a blue border, and that's how they cut. So I had to do a little bit of trimming around, it was mainly this one, around these edges to get it to go, and I've done 3 school lines on that because it was too close the first time, then I did it too big, and then I did it just right, a bit like Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. So I've done those 2, so I just thought I'd show you how I folded them. I've just printed them with plain paper. On that side, Rach did it with nice pattern paper, which in retrospect probably would have been nicer, but depends what you're going to do. I'm not going to do a flippy flappy, I don't think. So yeah, so I took my ruler, and I put it, sort of lined it up with the edge of those bits of envelopes, and then went up with my bone folder, and that gave me my fold line there. So just lining the edge of my ruler up with the edge of these 2 straight lines there, and that gives you the foldy over bit. And then you've now got your 2 edges there, and you want to come a little bit the other side. Probably easier to do it that way. So you've got your 2 edges there, but you want to come a little bit away from them, otherwise it'll be difficult to close over. So going a little bit up from it, so we've got, I don't know, a couple of millimeters, 1/8 of an inch, and then we'll fold up that way, like that, and that will allow you to fold that down and not have any issue with those bits because they're away from the line. Do it again. So that would be it, straight on the line. We don't want that. Pull it up a little tad. That's the technical term, a little tad. There we go. And that will now fold over, and yeah, far enough away for, well, you are far enough away. And that's how we do your envelope. Just straightforward envelope. And everybody needs an envelope in their journals, don't they? They're beautiful. So we'll just do that again. If you don't need to see it again now, fast forward through this bit. But I'm lining up. So I'm putting my bone folder on the edge of that bit of paper, and then pushing my ruler up to it. Then I know it's in the right place. And then we can fold up there like so. Do it the same onto the side. I did try doing this on my school board, and I found it more difficult actually on my school board. I mean, this next bit you could probably do on your school board, and then you can just go a wee way that way. You can do it, I mean, this is the alternative way, making sure you've got 90 degrees there. pull that up. Though you do run the risk of it not being quite straight. So, well, when we're not quite straight there. So I do think the other way is a tad better. There we go. So we're like so. So we'll do it the other way. It is a tad better. So put it up there, and then we can pull back and we can see that we are a distance away and it is even, and we can do that. And you can just double check you're straight, and that's your envelopes. That's the envelopes. So I like that one. So I've got my envelopes. I say Rach did an all sort of a flippy floppy thing. I thought I'd do something a little bit different. Now I quite like that envelope like that. So some of them I might do one way and some of them I might do the other that way, because I think that needs to be like that. I might do this as an envelope like so, in which case I want this to be a bit shorter, so I might chop a bit off this because I want that to be the flap, because I want a butterfly that way up. So gonna chop a bit off this, just eyeballing. Should I just fold it? I might just fold it actually. Let's not chop, let's just fold, Jess. So we've got a firmer edge. There we go. Now I'm worried I've done it too far. No, I haven't. That's fine. So, because I've just had an idea. So that's that. We're folding over there a good ½ inch, if not a bit more. And what I could do is I did think about putting some magnets under there because they'd be enclosed, but then I'd have to stick them on the top here, so that would need something on there to hold them in place. Just think that might be quite nice. So that's one envelope version. This now, my thoughts here is to maybe pinch an idea from Roxy Creation. She did bags this week, is turn this into a paper bag. Love that, and I think that worked really well as a paper bag. So we are going to chop a bit of this off. So I'm going to chop about there, because I don't need that bulk and overlap. So we take that off. Yep, that's superb. I'm going to make this the top because I think that's pretty. Just going to make it the bottom. No, I quite like it as the top. So I need to trim a bit off the bottom here so that it will close up, because at the moment it's touching. So I'm just going to go around and cut that blue line off that's there. The blue border. You might not have a blue border if you've cut it a little bit differently, but that is just so that can go up without, at the moment it's touching, so you need to take a sliver off. So that's enabling that to go up. So that's what we're doing here, taking that sliver of blue off. So that will close down there nicely. So then the top of the bag, so Rachel did hers, so she made the front slightly lower than the back. I don't want to lose any of that. I'm gonna do it the other way around. Don't want to lose any of this, so I actually want that to be the bottom and that to be the top. Yep, after doing that, so we'll just trim this down a bit more. The other way is to just cut it with a slight diagonal down to the edge there. Yeah. So this is what happens when I craft and I make it up as I go along. Do it that way. Could make that a little bit more centered, but there we go. So that's the bottom, this is the top. So we're going to snip down here a little bit. And turn this down. So we've got that. That's a lip on the front of our bag. I don't think I'm going to turn the back down because it's not exactly thin. So I'm going to cut my corner there, cut my corner there. That'll be our bag shape. I'm going to cut a little bit more off the back here so I get rid of that blue stripe. This is there, and then it's a little bit more in the centre. Yep, fabulous. And that's the top. Yep. So finish that. We'll just finish this one off. So I'm trying to decide if I want to ink. I probably do. Probably do. No, you really do. So I'm thinking that if I ink, then that blue border isn't quite so obvious. We'll ink along here, and then we are going to glue. So I want to glue this bit down. Choose my little colour. So I'm going to ink a glue stick in the centre, colour around the edge. Oh, I've dragged on a bit of vellum. So that's that. And then we want to go bead of glue there, that's going to be underneath, and a bead of glue there, that's going to be on top. And then we know it's stuck down. And then I'm just going to go up the edge of this, and around the outside of this. There we go, and then I'm going to get my pinking shears. And I am just going to go across. There. Seem to have cut the tops of my peaks off there. There we go. And then I'll just come in. And that's my little bag. So that's cool. Right, we didn't finish this envelope off because I'm still thinking about it. And there was a bit of me that thought that was pretty, but that would be the bit that would come off. So that can be an envelope on the side, which could be a flip. Does that make a nice sort of pocket on a page? So if you had a page, doesn't have a page nearby. Do I have one behind me? Yeah, so let's pretend that's a journal page. That could be stuck on, and that could be stuck on 3 sides for a pocket. And then you turn over the journal page and you've got a little flip out envelope, which is a way of using that one. And then you've got that nice side there. So this one's pretty straightforward. I will of course ink round. So yeah, there we go. So that's what I'm going to do there. So this is quite simple. I'm going to just put a bit round here, not too far up, and then we'll go around here. And that will glue down. And that's the envelope simply done. I'll say that would make a pocket and then a flip, so I need to do some decorations on the back of here. So I'm going to get my flower fairies and see if I've got the blue one. So have a little skate through my book. So she could stand near that one. And she could stand by that yellow flower there. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And there's the images in this book as well that I've cut out before. Oh, I like her. I'm gonna cut round. I think that works quite well there. So I have fussy cut this a little bit. I'm not being too fussy. There we go. Oh, I like how she's fitting in there. So we'll take a bit off the end there. Yeah, That's lovely, that. Right. Right, so that bit's coming off. So glue up to that bit. I think she might need something up there that she's looking at, but I'm loving that. She'd be nice stood on that flower, I think. Yeah. There we are. I think she'll look fab. Absolutely fab on there. Beautiful. And of course that is, well, my intention at the moment is that's going to be a pocket and then an envelope flip on the other side. Of course I might change my mind. This will go in my box of Flower Fairy ephemera that I have made so far. Must be nearly finished. Must have loads now. So I'll stick her standing on there. There we go. So we've got her on there, her on the back. They look like they were made for it. And they have a little blue thing. A little blue toadstool. She's quite cool. I think that toadstool works quite well, and I think we could have a couple of butterflies, I'm thinking. Might be all right in here. I think that's the only blue one there. Oh, I've got that blue one. Oh, I could stick those two on there. They work nicely. I wish I had the bigger ones for the other side, but maybe they can go on there when I find them. But I do think that will finish that off nicely. It does look like she's looking up at them. Yeah, that's finished that one off. That looks very cool. I could keep the butterfly theme and have a little one up there. Yep. And then it was just in here that needs finishing off. But I'm going to leave that in there until I find what I'm looking for. They are very cool. This I was just thinking would be nice. I think this would go well in like a French journal and do something French on there. I've got some like blue French things, but I'm not quite sure where they actually are at the moment. Okay, so I found my French blue things, and I found a little fairy that I think would go really well on here. Fussy cut it out, and I think that will sit on there quite nicely. So I'm going to do that. I did a bit of inking as well. So that will finish this one off really nicely. Quite pleased with how this one's turned out. So I did cut this down from one of those proper flower fairy plates, but I think it was worth it. And I think it was meant to be, because I wanted something that was like sat. And I wanted it to be sort of bluish. So, yeah, loving it. Got her there and then there. That's fantastic. So that'll go in my flower fairy ephemera. So then we've got this. And so I've got all these French things that I thought would work well. Got Paris written on it. Recently been to Paris. It's nice. That number. No, not that one. So the little play. Oh, I know, I was thinking of, I'd found these words. They were written on white and I just coloured them with ink. How about that? That's quite a nice little collection there. And I thought, as it's got, you know, fake lace, why don't I put some real lace on it? Like so. I think that's cool. Right. That doesn't look like it's been inked. So let's just give that one a snip off. There. So stick that one down. Got a right side and a wrong side, not really. So I had to stop filming because I'd lost track of time and it was time for my lunchtime walk. And then I had lunch and then I spent ages looking for these blue ephemera bits and pieces that I had, and I think they're called bits and pieces from Witchcraft Do You Do. And then I had to do a bit of fussy cutting. I cleared my desk. Well, when I say I cleared my desk, I looked through everything on my desk so that I could find what I was looking for. Desperately need a bit of a sort out. I don't even know if that's upside down or round the wrong way because it's too wee for me. Let me have a little gander with my glasses. It's that way up. So put that there. What's that behind it? Don't know, but it don't want to be there, Jez. Here we go. And put that one there. And we'll have that one there. It's like we've got beautiful memories of Paris, which we do. After our recent visit. There we go. So that's my little Roxy Creations weekly challenge. Little bag, like that, like that. Right. So that's a bit French as well. I'm just gonna glue this up. Not gonna do anything else with this. I've inked it, and I am intending on doing a little French thing. I don't think I want to do much else. Could stick something like that on the back. Got a blue doily. I could have a partial doily on it. That might be a better colour. No, not really, Jez. But I quite like that. Yes, so cut a bit of this across. There, just put that on there. That'll be right. I can add things if I want to afterwards. I think we'll do that. Well, that was a quick decision made. I might not be quite so quick about the last one, the fourth one. So there's that. Leaving that as it is. That can go in a belly band. Either way. Yep. So then there's this one. So we've got that on the back there. I did think a little bit of timeless going on there. Take that off there. We have that across there, and shall we just use just a little bit of that lace? Yeah. So put that off there. There we are. And then this needs something to hold it closed. Now, I was thinking I could put a magnet behind there. So I might do that if I can find magnets. I quite like magnetic closures. They're quite cool. So one, two, there we go. So I am going to take one. I'm just going to eyeball the centre, and I'm going to do it close to the top. So that's going up there. So we need the magnet on the end there. going to glue up the edge here, up there. And then we need something on there. So I was thinking that we could have something that comes down a bit. Oh, quite like that. But I don't want, I want it to be that colour at the back. Now, I did put all my scraps away, so I think I do have something close to that. Marvellous, that'll just fit it. Also make it a bit stiffer. Oh, now right, I'm going to stick the other magnet somewhere in the middle. Yeah. Just cut this down. I'm thinking I want to do some stamping because I've got quite a big space on there. So that is there. You can, the two magnets propelling together there, so that will be glued down above that point there. So and the magnets will find each other. There we go. And that is where that is going to get stuck down. we go. Right, I've got Frenchy stamps in these sets here. Love that one. I've got stamps on blocks because there we go, as you can see, stamps on blocks, because I'm in the middle of making a commissioned journal. So they're on there already because I haven't quite finished it, nearly finished it. First commissioned journal that I've ever done, so that's quite exciting. Yeah, I like it. Thinking of some flowers. Might do that one. Stick that on there. Oh. I've only got a massive big block left. There we go. What I'll do, stick that on the other side for balance. Otherwise we're in danger of rocking. So, oops. You can't see. So I've put there for balance because this is far too big. But if you're using a block that's too big, put something on the other side so that you don't rock. And it works. There we go. Keeps it flat. That's cool. And I might second generation coming up there to match it. Oh, didn't work. Didn't work. Obviously got most of the ink off. So do it again. There we go. Slightly misstamped there because it really needs something underneath. There we go. I'm thinking it needs something there. Let's put a bit of this on it. That happens to be there. And I'm going to just go like that. Yep. That's it. That's what I'm doing. Right, so let's clear all this out of the way just so we can see what we've done. Big tidy up after, and let's have a look at what we've made with our RachandBella Crafts freebie. So we did a flower fairy side opening thing, and my idea for this is it's going to attach to a page and be a pocket or a tuck, and then you turn over the page and you've got that on there, which will flip out for an envelope. That's my idea for that one. Then we've just got this envelope, just add a little bit of something. It didn't really do much to this one. It is just an envelope. We did a Roxy Creations bag out of one of the envelopes, and then we've just done an envelope there with a magnetic closure, and that can pop in a belly band. Both these could pop in a belly band. Yeah, so that is ephemera ready for a French journal and something else for my fairy journal. So hope you enjoyed that. Just giving you a different idea on how to use those freebies, just using what you happen to have in your stash. Okay, see you all again soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.